Welcome back to Cinebolt. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 5 anticipated sci-fi movies that will blow your mind in 2023. For this list, we're looking at science fiction movies that are coming out in the last quarter of 2023, all of which will certainly amaze you with their unique concepts and amazing story and action. And don't hesitate to tell us which upcoming sci-fi movie you are most excited about in the comments. Number 5, The Creator.
Artificial intelligence created to protect us detonated a nuclear warhead in Los Angeles.
Finally, a refreshing sci-fi flick that breaks free from the usual alien invasion storyline. From Gareth Edwards, the genius behind Rogue One, comes this mind-bending post-apocalyptic thriller, The Creator. The plot is set in a futuristic war between humans and AI, where Joshua, a former Special Forces agent, is tasked with a mission to take down the enigmatic Creator, an AI mastermind that has developed a game-changing weapon that could end the war and wipe out humanity. But here's the twist. When Joshua and his crew locate the weapon, they discover that it is an AI that has taken the form of an innocent little child. So the question is, what will Joshua do next? You'll have to find out for yourself when the movie comes out on September 29th, 2023. Number 4, Dune Part 2.
Show me who you are.
After the roaring success of Denis Villeneuve's adaptation of Frank Herbert's novel, Dune Part 2 is the highly anticipated sequel to the first film. Paul Atreides' epic destiny continues as he teams up with the Freeman people of Arrakis to win or lose a bloody war against the evil House Harkonnen. New characters also join the Dune universe, with Florence Pugh and Austin Butler joining the cast as Princess Irulan and Phaedra Harkonnen respectively, but the film also promises to dive deeper into the fascinating world of Chani and the Freeman people. Mark your calendars for November 3rd, 2023, because that's when all the action unfolds, and according to director Villeneuve, if Part 2 does well, there might even be a third movie based on the second novel, Dune Messiah. Number 3, The Marvels.
Faster.
The Marvels is a standalone sci-fi adventure movie and the anticipated sequel to 2019's Captain Marvel, directed by Nia DaCosta. Carol Danvers is back in action, and this time, she's not alone, as she's joined by the other Captain Marvels from the comics, Photon and Ms. Marvel. The main story will follow the trio of superheroes as they find themselves in a peculiar predicament when they realize that every time they use their superpowers, they swap places. This Phase 5 release from the MCU is a big one, as it marks the first appearance of Ms. Marvel on the big screen after her debut in the Disney Plus TV series in 2022. Although the movie's release date has been delayed a few times, mark your calendars for November 10th, 2023, because that's hopefully when the Marvels will finally grace the big screens. Number 2, The Hunger Games, The Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes.
Mr. Snow, let me ask you one final time. What are the Hunger Games for?
After 8 years since The Hunger Games graced our screens, The Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes is here to satisfy fans with an origin story. This installment takes us back in time to when Coriolanus Snow was just 18 years old, way before he became the president of Panem, and where we get to witness the 10th annual Hunger Games, during which Snow mentors a female tribute named Lucy Greybeard from District 12, and let's just say, they get pretty close. Now we all know Snow ends up being a not-so-nice leader, so it's gonna be interesting to see how this movie unveils the journey that led him to become such a tyrant. We can't guarantee whether the movie will stay true to the book series, but if it follows the pattern of the previous movies, it should be pretty darn close. So get ready, because The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes hits theaters on November 17th, 2023. Number 1, Rebel Moon.
There is a difference between justice and revenge.
It is an epic sci-fi space opera movie combined with the genius of Zack Snyder, and one which sci-fi fans are excited by. This movie will kick off Snyder's Rebel Moon trilogy, and he's wasting no time, because Part 2 is already lined up to be filmed right after Part 1. The story takes place in a universe ruled by a corrupt government called the Mother World, but it all starts when a peaceful community on a distant moon is threatened by the forces of the Mother World. In response, the colony decides to send Cora, a young woman with a mysterious past, on a mission to recruit a team of badass soldiers and warriors from nearby planets to take a stand. If you didn't know, Rebel Moon was originally pitched as a Star Wars movie, but unfortunately didn't make the cut. However, it has now found its own exciting sci-fi franchise which will be exclusively available on Netflix. Rebel Moon will be landing on Netflix on December 22nd, 2023, but I've also heard that it might get a limited theatrical release before that.